The 2025 NFL schedule has officially dropped, and with it, one of the league's most anticipated slates, the Detroit Lions. Forget the days when Detroit was the NFL's lovable underdog. After a franchise-best 15-2 season in 2024, capped with an NFC North crown and a home field playoff berth, the Lions are no longer sneaking up on anybody. They're the hunted now, the standard, the storm on the horizon. But with great expectations comes a brutal road, and for Dan Campbell's crew, that road might just be the most unforgiving in football. With matchups against some of the league's most potent offenses, hostile road environments, and national spotlight games stacked throughout the year, the Lions aren't just playing football in 2025. They're marching through a gauntlet. Let's break down what lies ahead. Full 2025 Detroit Lions. Schedule Week 1, September 7. At Green Bay Packers, Week 2, September 14. Versus Chicago Bears, Week 3, September 22. At Baltimore Ravens, MNF. Week 4, September 28. Versus Cleveland Browns, Week 5, October 5. At Cincinnati Bengals, Week 6, October 12. At Kansas City Chiefs, SNF, Week 7, October 20, versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, MNF. Week 8, bye. Week 9, November 2, versus Minnesota Vikings. Week 10, November 9. At Washington Commanders, Week 11, November 16. At Philadelphia Eagles, SNF. Week 12, November 23, versus New York Giants. Week 13, November 27, versus Green Bay Packers, Thanksgiving. Week 14, December 4, versus Dallas Cowboys, TNF. Week 15, December 14, at Los Angeles Rams. Week 16, December 21, versus Pittsburgh. Steelers Week 17, December 25, at Minnesota Vikings, Christmas Week 18 January, 3 quarters at Chicago Bears, TBD strength of schedule. Bring on the best. Here's the stat that should make every Lions fan take a deep breath. Detroit is tied for the second toughest schedule in the entire NFL. Their 2025 opponents posted a combined .571 winning percentage last season. No cupcake games, no breathers, just battle after battle. The Lions are slated to face 7 teams that made the playoffs last year, and 4 of those contests come on the road. Their matchups include showdowns with reigning Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia, elite QB duels, Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, and division grudge matches that could determine postseason seeding. Primetime Kings, spotlight on the pride. Get ready to see Honolulu Blue in prime time. A lot. Detroit is booked for 5 primetime games this season, including a Monday Night Football showdown in Week 3 at Baltimore and a Sunday Night Football clash with the defending champs, the Eagles, in Week 11. And don't forget the Thanksgiving Classic, a Motor City tradition, this year against rival Green Bay. Oh, and a Christmas Day matchup in the heart of enemy territory at Minnesota. Holiday dinners just got a lot more intense. In 2024, the Lions were the kings of the night, going 6-0 in prime time, the most wins and best record under the lights. Only 3 teams in the last 2 decades have matched that feat. Under Dan Campbell, Detroit is 11-2 in primetime games. No one in the league has done it better since 2021. The biggest revenge game of the year, Circle Week, 10, Sunday, November 9. The Lions traveled to Washington with a very specific goal: revenge. Last season's dream run came crashing down in the divisional round when the top-seeded Lions were stunned at home by the Commanders, 45-31, a historic collapse. They became the first team in NFL history to lose a playoff game despite posting 300-plus passing yards and 200-plus rushing yards. Painful, unforgettable, unfinished business. That game is personal, and it's circled in red on every player's calendar. Key stretch. Trial by fire. Want to see what this team is
really made of? Watch the first 6 weeks. 4 of Detroit's first 6 games are on the road. Not just any road games, hostile, playoff-caliber environments like Lambeau, M&T Bank, Paycor, and Arrowhead. To make things even
More intense, the Lions are ushering in a brand new coaching core. Gone are offensive coordinator Ben Johnson and defensive guru Aaron Glenn. Both snagged head coaching jobs in Chicago and New York, respectively. Replacing them, John Morton, OC, and Kelvin Shepard, DC, both stepping into high-pressure roles with sky-high expectations. Detroit's early slate could define the season. If they come out of that stretch above .500, the league should take notice. Bold prediction. Slaying the champs. Call it a hot take, call it a gut feeling, but don't be surprised when Detroit topples the reigning champion Eagles in Week 11 on Sunday Night Football. Here's why. Before last year's playoff loss, Detroit was arguably the most complete roster in football. Injuries, particularly on the defensive side, derailed what could have been a Super Bowl run. If they stay even relatively healthy, they've got the muscle, firepower, and grit to beat anyone. That includes the defending champs. Will they match 15? Wins again? Let's be real. Going 15-2 is rare. Back-to-back 15-win seasons, practically on Shash.